Hi everyone, it's me, Miss Nelson, and I'm back for part 2 of O Columbus. If you remember yesterday, our purpose for reading was to infer to understand about characters and their impact on the story. So we inferred and thought about characters such as Columbus, some of the family members, and Isabella the cat as well. Today, your purpose for reading will be the exact same. You're going to infer to understand about the characters and their impact on the story. But before we start reading, we need to do one of the most important things, and that's to anticipate and maintain meaning. We need to preview this text. Since we read it yesterday, we need to put this text back in our head. So we're going to look at some of the pictures. This will help us remind us of characters like Columbus, Isabella the cat, or even the family members. It also helps us remind us what we read about yesterday. What are you thinking so far? All right, let's get started. And don't forget, your purpose for reading today is to infer about the characters and the impact that they have on the story. The next day was even worse. Columbus sat outside on the patio while Kirsty and Jake played with Isabella. She was rolling on her back, kicking a ball of yarn around. I can do that, thought Columbus, and he rolled on his back and kicked an old bone around. Kirsty and Jake didn't even notice him. Then Isabella began a pouncing game. Whenever one of the twins walked past, she pounced at their feet. Isn't she clever? Columbus heard them say. I can do that, he thought. As Christy and Jake's father kicked off his gardening boots on the patio, Columbus pounced at his feet. Dad didn't say Columbus was clever. He said, Oh, Columbus, what is wrong with you? But that evening, Columbus heard an awful screech. A thin, wet Isabella flew out of the bathroom window, across the lawn, and through a gap in the fence. Columbus was so surprised that he didn't even chase her. The twins came running out. I don't think we should have washed Isabella, said Jake. She didn't like it. Now Isabella's gone, sobbed Kirsty. Columbus quietly licked her hand. Oh, Columbus, she said. Good dog. Early the next morning, Columbus went to the gap in the fence. He squeezed through. Then he stopped and sniffed. What was that smell? Mouse! There it was, crouched in front of him. Columbus began to back away, shivering. Suddenly, a furry streak pounced at the mouse. Isabella! He'd been saved by a cat. As Columbus squeezed back through the fence, Isabella followed him. Perhaps she's not so bad for a cat, and just to keep the mice away, he thought. Everyone ran to meet them. Look, clever Columbus has found Isabella, said Mom. Aren't you a good boy? Said Dad, patting him. What a dog, said Jake, stroking him. Oh, Columbus, cried Kirsty, flinging her arms around him. Columbus walked into the house with Isabella close behind. He settled down for a rest, and she snuggled up beside him. And now that she knows I'm an old scaredy dog, Columbus thought, I suppose I'll just have to put up with her. That was O Columbus. Now remember, your purpose for reading today was to infer to understand characters and their impact in the story. So what are you thinking about the characters now? What are you thinking about Columbus? Or Isabella the cat? Or even the family members? And how did their actions or what they did or their character traits impact or change the story? Feel free to write a few sentences about what you think Columbus might have learned that day. And feel free to share. Thanks so much for watching my shared reading. And don't forget, you should apply all of these reading strategies to your own reading at home. Thanks for watching.